which means I'm a part of state persecution. Gang stalking, what is gang stalking? It's a secret persecution program targeting people. It's a secret persecution program. I've been taught with this for more than a decade. I'm part of how I resisted despite continually speaking out of it. Whereas a lot of Christian ministries participate in the persecution. But I think I'll do Bible church with others. I've seen a lot of Christian ministries participate in gang stalking. Why? Because they sell us through deep state. They already sell out in the daily media. I don't see them making videos showing the hidden truth and playing viewing horror movies. You should check out my Rumble channel. I made a Rumble exclusive stream less than 12 hours ago. Teaching the truth in a way that I can on YouTube. Certain topics I can't teach on YouTube. Not full. So, the average Christian, I guess it's unreliable how my life has been. Being persecuted, in perils in the city by the heat of my countrymen, being placed in bonds, being attacked physically. So I've been living similar to Bible characters, being intensely persecuted, enduring it all, overcoming problems, surviving intense persecution. Whereas the average Christian lives a soft life because they're not dangerous to Satan or the deep state. The Bible says all that live godly in Christ shall suffer persecution. So if you're not being persecuted, maybe you're not living godly enough in Christ Jesus. So either you're not in Christ Jesus or you are, but you're not living godly enough. So yeah, I'm a persecuted Christian. We're going to talk about gang stalking. And you need to be on my Rumble account, my Rumble channel. I was live on Rumble, made a Rumble exclusive stream not long ago. A lot of people don't understand. YouTube is very anti-freedom of speech, which means the certain topics I can't even get into on YouTube. Here's my Rumble account. I made a Rumble exclusive stream there less than 12 hours ago. So there's streams and videos that are on the Rumble. Let's do some more live King's Bible study. Brand of verse. Long time. Acts 14:3. Long time therefore abode they speaking boldly in the Lord, which gave testimony unto the word of his grace, and granted signs and wonders to be done by their hands. But the multitude of the city was divided, and part held with the Jews and part with the apostles. When there was an assault made both of Gentiles and also the Jews. So they stir up lewd fellows of the basest sort to persecute me in the city. So me being a Christian in the city started with gang stalking persecution. It's lewd fellows of the basest sort, wicked. And I don't care if they're fake Christians, some of them or not. Or even if there would be like one weird person. There's some Christian ministries that participate in the gang stalk online, but I think going on do the Bible church and others. Now, I know in this city, I'm a Christian evangelical. King James only faith on Christian being persecuted in the city. And when I look at who's the persecutors are, it's Lydfells of the basis sword. So they stir up Lydfells of the basis sword. Don't fall for the deception of pastors working to, I don't know how to get into it. So know this, the God will hold you Christians to account for letting a man being persecuted by that. You keep your mouth shut when a man is being persecuted by those that are worse than him. There's a Bible verse about that, but you have stayed silent while somebody's persecuted. The righteous persecuted by them more wicked than he, or something like this. So I've been a persecuted Christian for years. Nobody's lifted a finger to help me. Okay, other Christians. Most of what I've seen is Christians helping to attack me as useful idiots or as participants of persecution. And that's sinful. And know that God will chase me for his sins. So that's kind of disgusting. Now, I'm not surprised because the average Christian is a filthy pervert, sex addict, porn addict. And I'm not supposed to eat what a man is called about as a fornicator. So no wonder I don't gel well together with the average Christian. Because most Christian men are porn addicts, sugar, drug, cocaine, sugar addict. Sugar is similar to cocaine. The average Christian is a sugar addict, porn, sex freak, pervert. Feels weird or pervert to watch a sport. I haven't watched porn once for more than 6 months. I put my flesh in subjection. And mostly have low T, which gives you lower sex drive and high testosterone alpha male. And you're still masturbating to porn all the time. With your low T. Despicable. Loathsome. So yeah, I am disgusted with the average Christian. And also the Swedish government. For the time will come where they will not endure sound doctrine, but after all lust should heap himself teach having 18 years. Notice how lust and sin go hand in hand. So, carnal Christians and lost bastards, they walk after the lust, cannot cease from sin, eyes full of adultery, and lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. So the reason why the average Christian man is weaker than I am, mentally, physically, less energetic, in worse shape, mentally weak in knowledge, is because they're lovers of pleasures and conformed unto this world, which makes you weak. The average Christian man, just as the average lost American eats a high sugar diet, okay, the average Christian man in America watches porn at least once a week, just like the average lost person does. Conformism. The average Christian man gets less than a gram of vitamin C per day, just like the average lost American. The average Christian man is conformed to this world every detail of his life. And you believe saying, I'm strong leadership. People listen to me get stronger. You listen to weak, sellout, effeminate, spiritually, physically, psychologically men, quote unquote. Sellout passing to the Bible church better than hot as any bullies these people. So everybody believes Raphael Connell. And they've been helping the Satanists keep you weak. Okay. So no wonder you're weak. You listen to blind leaders who are blind, weak men. And you set up for breadcrumbs. See? You could have had a David leading you. But you've been set up for Ahabs and like breadcrumbs and Jezebels. See? So if you would have listened to me, start taking my advice years back, you can't undo the aging you've been doing. You've been aged like maybe 4 years per year. Contrast to the aging rate you would have had if you'd been listening to me taking my advice. Okay. A lot of you have either had or headed for some health problems because of very bad, stupid, foolish decisions you've been making that you would have made if you'd been listening to me taking my advice all these years, like the last 5-10 years. So you get what you deserve sometimes. How's that working out for you? I still didn't break my fast. So I've been doing OMAD fasting for 5+ years, which means I fast 20 hours per day and eat only once. I've decoded this. God has helped me, bless me with health, fitness, wisdom, and knowledge. I've been sharing and forced to despise it. See? And I've been eating the food the wrong way for despising the wisdom. God has made sure this godly counsel that I can help it to prosper, being healthy, as his soul will prosper from the spiritual advice. But you've been, but you will hear you've been forbearing it and being fools. And you've been eating the fruit that way. So anyway, the average, the world is filled with juvenile, infantile, immature people are like children in adult bodies. In terms of like the maturity or lack of, more precisely. See? So, here's this thing on health fitness. Sugar weakens you. Sugar is a drug that is addictive. I've decoded this. So I've been doing fasting, OMAD fasting for 5+ years. And when I see people talk about the keto flu, I've decoded that. The keto flu. Well, I believe that the keto flu is demystifying it. It's a big part of the experience, the keto flu felt effect is sugar addiction, sugar withdrawal, where you cease the administration of a substance which you have acquired a dependency to, and you experience withdrawal stress, withdrawal symptoms. I believe sugar is a drug, it's addictive, it's toxic. And that's why it's so hard for people to fast. But some people must think there's people like me who fast 20 hours per day, eat once, so I gotta go around ravens and hunger all the time and be tired because we're not eating all the time. No, it's just you're a sugar addict. You're addicted to a drug called sugar. That's a poison. And people try fast and skip breakfast and you're really hungry. It's because you're addicted to sugar. Tough truth, okay? It's just the truth. So if you want to get into fasting, the fasting took discipline, required discipline to get into. It doesn't take that much discipline to maintain it. It took discipline to get into. And a big part of it is overcome the sugar addiction. Because you're addicted to sugar. If you eat 20+ sugar per day, you're gonna become addicted to it. And that's my view, the keto food they call it. Because people that hear about keto go, I'm gonna do keto. You Google like how to keto, you're gonna get return signals. It's gonna be stay below 50 grams of carbohydrates per day. Sugar is pure gram weights of carbs. So 5 grams of sugar equals 5 grams of carbohydrates, which means to reliably induce the state known as ketosis and maintain it, you need to stay below 50 grams of carbohydrates per day. So since the average American, according to statistics connected adults, consumes 88+ grams of sugar per day, that's 88 grams of carbs from sugar alone, which means you're going to dramatically reduce the sugar intake if someone gets on a keto diet. Now, you don't have to completely discontinue administration of a substance that the body has acquired dependency to, like meaning you're addicted to something, for you to experience withdrawal. It can be enough to dramatically reduce withdrawals. So a person that's a 1 pack a day smoker, that goes, I'm gonna smoke 3 cigarettes a day, they're still gonna go and feel like they're hungry for another cigarette. So they didn't have to quit smoking 100%, they just had to dramatically reduce the dose to experience withdrawal. See? So people go from 88+ grams of sugar to maybe 10, 15, 20, something like this. The body's gonna be screaming out for sugar. So my take on the keto for a big part of the sugar withdrawal. Okay, that's why it's hard for people to fast. Now most Christian men are weak and undisciplined, unlike me and the average man. It's like I'm sorry that I'm weird. It's like not sorry. It's like I fast 20 hours per day. I overcome porn watching. I overcome sugar addiction. I fast 20 hours per day. And the average person is out here being like a slave to their base feelings. Lewd felt the average Christian is a lover of pleasures. That's why they love to eat sugar, because it's a drug, and it's uncomfortable to fast get into it. So they avoid it. It's born for them to read the Bible, so they don't do it a lot. See, so the average Christian man is so weak because he's a lover of pleasures, living conformed to this world, and listening to blind leads or the blind sell up, pass and reffing, go to the Bible church, ban and hold us any woods, and other fake leaders that have not been a real David teach out here, really like a real leader that God put out here. You have been listening to me, and you would have been stronger, spiritual, mental, and physical, if you would have. So by choosing to listen to these idiots, and by choosing to not listen to me and take my advice, you've been reaping the fruit, eating the fruit of your way. You're weak, contemptible, miserable, mediocre, out of shape, dumb, L-tick, low testosterone IQ. The average man is an L-tick man, low testosterone IQ having. That's my diagnosis. Low L-tick man, by design. Low testosterone IQ having. Where I stand out in my athletic performance. Meaning it's like the stamina, endurance, energy, everything. And because God, the average man has been destroyed. Most men have had the masculine robbed from them. So God didn't intend man. So people come accuse me of being on drugs because you see how energetic I am, my athleticism, things like this. Because I'm so far above the baseline average man, see? Because weakness has been normalized, okay? So God made men to be like, a man should be this masculine physically, hormone level, testosterone level, this is part of biological physical masculinity. The average man falls super short of it. And testosterone gives you energy and athletic performance, as it is. So men used to be more like me, like the Roman soldiers or the Spartans or the Greek, would have been having the energy to march 12 hours per day and do cardio training for 3 hours, low on sleep, with inflammation and not eating a lot. See, this wouldn't be that impressive being like Mike SAHA back in the Roman days. Be like to get up men in the 30s go marching for 8 hours, sweating overdressed in the heat, low on sleep, and then rest a little bit and then go and fight things. This would be more like how God made men to be young men, okay? And now the average man is so weak and like pathetic, where it's easy to be great nowadays because most men are so fucking weak, understand? If you have any talent, any ability, see, which is why the deep state had to work really hard to sabotage me. Because if you have talent coupled with discipline and the ability to work hard daily, consistently, to use your talent and ability, you're bound to have success and your comfort of the people with your diligent nature. So the deep state had to work real hard to keep me from blowing up, understand? The average Christian, they don't have to work to make them a loser and weak, and because it's like they got away with the water. With me, it's like, oh, we had to constantly respond like a woman to what Mike Sai is doing. Mike Sai started streaming on TikTok. We had to send the cyber stocks and the smear campaigns, all things like this. They have to, the Jezebel, ungodly authority, the wicked, fake, okay, supplanters, they have to work to keep me from really turning kingdoms upside down, stopping mass lions, subdued kingdoms. That's what makes me dangerous. Because I'm like the They Live guy in the movie They Live, what eyes they can see, only in the Matrix. I'm a person that the deep state deals with in types that becomes problematic and to be talking about. Okay. Whereas the average Christian man is right with the deep state one. So I'm not here to enable you to stay weak to a contemptible degree. If you're a Christian, you better start watching my videos, taking my advice. And I'm talking especially about the physical stuff. For most of you, it's like that's one of the most pressing needs. Most of you are living the way that Satan wants to live, and that is a plot to destroy you. Satan has a scheme. Oh yeah, to get his people weak and easy to control. Had to be the high sugar diet, be poor and addicts. So, as a Christian man, you ought to be different. People have been prospering under my leadership, both physically, I just be neglecting to give the full counsel to God. I've been teaching people God's health fitness wisdom that they might prosper and be in health, even as his soul prospers. Every trash talk I do, I want to the Lord. I don't take credit because it's like it wouldn't work. I've been giving good advice, and most people don't take it because they fools despise wisdom, motion, instruction, and they're looking to have their ears tickled. They will not enjoy sound doctrine. You're lazy and discipline, conformed to this world, eating high sugar diet, filthy porn addicts, not reading the Bible. You need to run off. Okay, I can't endure the sound doctrine. I need to go listen to this rock. Oh, hello, maybe rap me tomorrow. Oh, I'm a nice guy. Okay, yeah, stuff like this. It's like no. Okay, see. So after all, last year, people self-teachers. So having just don't even start reading by being able to leave comments in comment section. I forgot to turn off the chat. You gotta turn off the chat right now. Oh, it was already set live commentary. Good. Okay. So, here's what good. And Satan and the deep state have worked to rob the College Council because they want to control the deep state as Christians. So they want to listen to sellers that are not protecting you, that are on the deep state team, like Dula Bible Church. And my Rumble streams, I can really get into what shows they've been helping the Satanists control you and destroy you. Okay? And referring God on. It's just by what they haven't been saying and also what they have been saying. Now, it's like, here's the point. So here's the point. They've been waging war on the body of Christ by working to withhold abuse, keep you from getting what you need. See? God has put me here to help Christians. They've been working to hide me from Christians and sabotage me and everything. Now, here's the point. Edward the trash talker is a Jew who wanted the Lord. Okay. He's been prospering. Okay. Now, the physical advice didn't really get on the protocol. Now, he's been, after winning to the Lord, I've been helping to go as a Christian. He's been taking the advice and he's been reading consistently the Bible. He read Romans chapter 1 to 16. And he lets me also I said, I've been reading this recently. So getting saved and having access to College Council, he become a frequent Bible reader. He's not a lazy bum. Okay. We wonder for my wife and want the Lord. She's reading the Bible and praying every day. See, basics. God consistent. She's praying and reading the Bible daily. She's been prospering physically. My mom, I wanted the Lord. She's been reading the Bible near daily. Sometimes she misses it, but like on a daily basis or near daily basis, and praying to God. Whereas the average Raphael Gordon listener, first of all, most of his listeners are not saved. I'd say most, because he's a false gospel giving heretic. And let's say a lot, okay, a given amount, a certain amount. A lot of his followers are not saved, okay. He hasn't been teaching them how to grow. He only started teaching sin confession after I called him out for not teaching it, okay. And a lot of his listeners to the Bible church, they don't read a chapter of the Bible a day. They're just lazy bums, lovers of pleasures, but lovers of God. A lot of them are lost. A lot of them are lost. I can feel that there's a very real potential for things to change dramatically. And it takes working, but there's a very real chance of very real change. So you can keep listening to these lost or saved heretics, puppet pastors like Raphael Gordon Deep say. I told you. It's like I always give you the case sooner or later. The puppet sellouts for the deep state. And sooner or later it become clear. Things will indicate I've been right, they've been serving the deep state. To the Bible Church, Raphael Gordon. what you need to do is subscribe to my Rumble channel, Critical Mass Mike, because I can't be as scholar as I like to on YouTube. So the caller videos I'm teaching people the truth on health, fitness, and everything else, they go to Rumble exclusive. So it's up to you. You want to miss out and watch my videos, I recommend you to subscribe to my channel if you're a Christian. Rumble channel. Start watching my videos. And you should have a pen and paper, like a notebook at hand. Okay? And be ready to take notes. And I don't have to tell, don't get too comfortable, because you watch the videos, it's going to make sure you don't get too comfortable. So yeah, it's not my fault that you get mad because you get convicted when I make videos. The average Christian man is a filthy porn pervert. And it's true, and I'm not a hypocrite because I haven't watched porn once for 6 months. And it's the truth, so I don't like that. It's the truth. Mike's better than me somehow. Because it's like, I didn't start making videos about how wicked the average man is for watching porn this once a week when I was still living like that myself. Okay? So, anyways, the point. You're a sugar addict, the average Christian out there. Porn addict. Pervert. You're ignorant, deceived, and weak, mentally, physically, spiritually. And if you want to stay mediocre to a contemptible degree, weak, sick, and tired, and you think you're not because you're about as sick and tired as the average person is, okay? And headed for more severe and more obvious sick, tired problems. Like, you need to start listening to me, take my advice, okay? Or you can wait until Samantha Jones makes a curry video or something like this, which I would make a call with Dr. Bombay next time. And they have a guy there be like, get a Dolphy filter pot or something like this for your health. And then I'll be, oh, it's a great sexual advice, doctor. Okay? And maybe that's what it will take. I might have to go to like a costume shop and buy like a white coat and a stethoscope for my videos, and then that just might be what it takes. Then like print out like a plaque that says like Mike SAHA, PhD, Master of Science, stuff like this, and like have both the because the plaque is not enough, the title. I need like the white coat and the stethoscope and a plaque behind me. Tom Levy's in prison, by the way. Tom Levy's behind bars. And I mean, look at his recent videos, and it's like he's behind bars, which is exactly where he belongs. Okay? I made videos before where it's like I've been talking about what I think should happen to Tom Levy. It's like I've said quite possibly. It's like they should dig like a cave under the prison and throw him under the jail literally, and then throw away the key. So like it's like if he has the wherewithal, like once he's been on this prison diet, so like whatever amount of being less retarded than the average person is right now. Okay, it's like 3 months of the prison diet, no lipo for you, no vitamin C, no niacin. It's just okay. It's no vitamins. 3 months on the standard prison diet. In a cave with no vitamin D because he'd be in a cave under prison. He'd get no sun, get no vitamin D at all, okay? So it's like he won't be as less retarded than the average person for long. Now here's the thing. Build a cave under the prison, like a Supermax prison in America. Throw Tom Levy in it. Throw away the key, you understand? So I guess you gotta have to build like a gate or a lock on it, be able to lock it and throw away the key. So he's like, I gotta delegate, I can't do it all. I'm not an architect right now. That's the point. I don't have the architect hat on. But some kind of cave, you throw him and you lock the door after him, throw away the key. Now, so basically, if he's got the wherewithal to come up with a plot, okay, and to like a breakout where he digs the tunnel to break out of the cave of the prison. Like, do you understand what a bad situation? If he's able to pull that off, like break out of the cave of the prison, he'd be breaking into prison. See, okay. So it's like if he's able to break out of the dungeon we built from under prison, he'll break into like a little mole, like the cops are a blind mole. See, the creatures they're like unclean in the Jewish system, which means it's not for human consumption in God's book. Like the ones that have the deep tunnels come out and so this it comes out. And it's like, so if he's able to break out of the cave under the prison, what he breaks into is the basement of the prison, understand? So his last chance will be if he's able to break out of prison, he'll be breaking into the prison, understand? So it's out of the frying pan into the fire. That'd be a good job, Tom. You cracked the code, you broke into prison. And it's like, we got ourselves prepared for you. We knew this day would come sooner or later. And we got another room in there. Okay, a pad room, and there's so many with Tifa and Tifa. And then this rock star put a muscle on him with a shock on all it, and then if they start getting out of order, understand? So for Tom Levy, okay, it's like he's mentally ill, okay. It's like he needs Lexapro, okay. You need a high dose lithium, Lexapro, Seroquel, starting on that like a protocol, okay. He's got a serial opposition defiant disorder. So he's resisting the truth about reality, the spiritual truth. So basically, for a case like him, it's like we need to get him on the lithium, the Seroquel, Lexapro, get him repaired in a straight jacket. and it's like that's 600 milligrams of Seroquel 3 times per day. IV. It's like it's like how I do the cookie. I don't cook my recipe. I just go. It's like this is a dash of cayenne pepper. It's like how much olive oil on. Okay, so it's like yeah. But here's the point. I'm kind of like Marcus. This is how people deal with me for being a person who the truth, speak the truth as a Christian. People come in like Mike, you need drugs, antipsychotics, stuff like this, and it's like I'm really mad about it. So here's the point. Yeah, so it's like here's the thing. We get Tom Levy. Okay, we'll build a cave. We have a cave. We'll build a cave. Okay. We have like a mirror inside a cave. Would it be like we have some kind of a street scene outside, and it'd be like the Plato's aggro in the cave, once you figure out, it's like this mind game, they do like the Plato thing on me. It's already too late. Well, it's like once he notices, it's too late. Okay, it's like once he notices, it's too late. Okay, so it's like whatever. So it's like okay. So it's totally it might be a tunnel, but it's like okay. It's like in between videos, it's like a tunnel. It's a tunnel. They get him like in the daytime. He does like I'm an academic. Okay, I don't do like the dirty work of digging the tunnels. So the serious about this. Like I'm out here talking about health, fitness, and stuff in my RV with like prison bars for windows stuff like this. So it's like a lot of times the backdrop of these videos, he's got like bars for his windows. So it's like basically it looks like a guy in prison, which is exactly where it belongs. So it's like I don't know what the deal is. It's like he's got to keep making the videos as part of his plea deal or something like this. Like, I don't know, but it's like he's like every video has got bars. There's like bars behind him. So they got his shaking bars. So it's like I would like if they could for the people that it's like that if I would decide to go to prison, we would go there. Okay, now to have like the DuckTales universe, like the prison where I was a child, and like my mental model what prison was like the doctors was like shaking bars, understand? And people behind like iron bars in a cell with like striped black and white striped outfits, and it's like the Björn Busarna. But they would be in prison. It is like the bears in the Darkness universe. And they have like black and white hats and then shirts with like a license plate on the shirt. It is like behind bars, okay, shaking bars on a steady line of bread and water, okay. Until somebody smuggles in like a loaf of bread with like a file in it, and they can start filing away at the bars. And that's how they break out of prison. So it's like, so it's like get Tom Levy in a cell like that in that outfit with a license plate. Okay, and then I had to make sure because he's a conniving creature, is Tom. So it's like if he goes, oh, my sweet old grandma wants to bake me like a unleavened bread dough for this holiday. Just continue. I am applying to have her able to bring it to me. It's like that's gonna be a point. He's trying to get like something to be able to break out of prison. But it's like that. I'll be all. We're gonna be extra in the man before he gets it. That's the point. So anyways, I put Tom Levy in prison. Let's search Tom Levy. Tom Levy in prison where he belongs. In prison where he belongs. If there's a video, if it's not, I might have to make it. There's no such video, okay? So it's an unexploded market. Tom Levy should be in prison as a niche. There's nobody made a video like that before, so it's like, okay. So I just gotta check there's nobody. So here we go. Tom Levy Samantha. Okay, pull up the video. See, so every video I see show up. See? Spoken like a true coffee. He's leaving behind bars. Okay, he's leaving behind bars. Wow. Yeah, this woman Samantha. This is Mike's how we have it home. The closest I had Mike's on the podcast was having Tom Levy on. It's a Mike's how we have it home. Spiritually uncircumcised man. Okay, who's behind bars. You understand? Just calling you from prison. He's calling you from prison, and it's gonna be telling you about vitamin C. Okay. he's laughing now, but it's like he who last has the best laugh. So it's like it's literally behind bars. It's literally behind bars. Okay, literally. I also like how Ratting Arnold, who's been teaching heresy. A lot of times the background of his videos looks like a police lineup where they have like the lines that shows how tall you are while he's teaching heresy, which the Bible forbids. Whosoever treats in the transgression of the law for sin is a transgression of the law. So yeah, Orthodox society, Tom Levy, okay. He had to go and ruin it. It's always the same thing. Okay. I start listening to something get told by the United States Army news and narcissists always be tactics. It's a pity, honestly. It's a shame to see that. It's a shame to see that. Really, really is. I'm a persecuted Christian, told him, you know. What do you think Tom Levy, your Jewish grandmother, would say about that? Work for the secret persecution program, basically the Stasi that's a program. This work to tyrannize people, dehumanize them, paint them as rats and cockroaches need to get rid of for the greater good. That's the program I'm talking about. And to me, it looks like human help order. Okay. How would you think your Jewish grandmother feel about that? Okay. Or Viktor Frankl. Okay. So part of the reason that I've been discovering things is I didn't get the deep state Masons go, okay, let's have this guy be a limited hangout agent. and have him with HH initials, Hal Huggins, this Jew. Let's get him to a dental office with HH, Hal Huggins, and have Hal Huggins go and teach about vitamin C. And then Tom Levy is out here telling you about it. That's not how I came to know this. It's another thing. The reason that I know the truth about vitamin C is because I'm an elect Gentile, which is not performance-based. See? It's not that because I'm so smart for this. No, it's because I got saved. I'm an elect Gentile. So God is like, oh, this guy's my child. I got to teach him how to be healthy. See? Then I was mega dose of vitamin C long before I ever heard of Tom Levy. I did my first C flush around 2012, 13, something like that. And I haven't found Andrew Saul, Tom Levy, or anything. So God has been working my life for many years. And it's not that the Freemasons took me and got me to a guy with HH initials, Hal Huggins. Oh, let's get this Tom Levy Jew to a guy that's got 88 initials. Okay. Hip hip, wrong, okay. The Hal Huggins, okay. See, that guy. See, it's like, oh, let's have him to make up for the Holocaust or whatever the aim is. It's like, oh, the guy said, you told me, let's have a guy that's with the HH88 initials used by white power groups to anti-Jewish. Let's have that guy take Tom Levy on his wing and tell him about the vitamin C. Okay. Yeah, well, that's not doing anything to remove the Holocaust. Okay. See? So, it's a little too late. Okay. So, it's a little too late. So, anyway, the skunk masons are really get on my nerves recently. It's like, I was like, no. I saw a video of a skunk family walking on the street, and there's a bicyclist. There is a family of skunks that walk up and sniff them and walk off. See, in YouTube videos, skunk sniff you or something like this. See, in Mother Sweden, police call you. See, we're outside the door, turn yourself in. See, in Mother Sweden, police calls you. Okay. See, I myself doing cruises for streams on YouTube. Yeah, it's a SWAT team outside. It's like, hey, turn yourself in. You go to the sidewalk. Okay. See, in Mother Sweden, police calls you. Okay. So anyway, support. Yeah, whatever. Tom Levy, okay. Tom Levy should have studied history and learned that those that don't learn from history repeat it. See? A man that has a right to live can be with almost anyhow. Man search for meaning. So yeah, I've been searching for meaning and finding it. Tom Levy, he's been wasting his time being a lost Jew, not getting saved all this time. He needs to get saved. Tom Levy's not going to be spared from the flames of the lake of fire on the basis of being a Jew alone. I think not to say to yourself that we are able to afford, we're not born of fornication of this. You're lost, understand? There's nothing to change the fact that you're a lost person. So it doesn't matter if you're a Jew that's lost or a Gentile, you're not going to go to heaven based off of your genetic image. Or if you had some rabbi patch at the back where you're 12 and then put some funny hair on it and it would be like, boom, 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 boom. Sure, it be whatever he calls it, like sense you off. He said, whatever it is. Put a funny hat on you and spoke some words over you and send you off. It's like do you understand? It's like if Tommy said, no, I'm good to go. Okay, I had funny hair. I have a funny hat at home for special occasions, stuff like this. It's not gonna get you to heaven. Just based on having a funny hat. You understand? It's like the bar of entry to get into heaven is not higher than like presented with a funny hat. Understand? It's not that simple. It's not that easy. Just put a hat on you and okay. So it's like one of the positive outcomes of like the wave of like new wave anti-Semitism that's on YouTube, which is I kind of like, okay, that I'm pro-Jew, and I'm not one of these people that are, oh, did you do pills? Like, I'm pro-Jew, okay, I'm pro-Israel. So if I had to side with one side of the conflict, I would side with Israel. Israel had a right to defend themselves. God gave them the land, understand? God gave the Jews the land. So anybody's like, we're going to get the Jews out of the land or invade the land and get the land from the Jews partially, completely, you're fighting against God. And happy be fighting against God himself, you can't win. So God has decided to use this the land, which means you can't win against him. Which means it's a false error to try to get the land from the Jews or get the Jews out of the land. Okay. So anyway, that's the point. Now, my point is this. As a person, a connoisseur of jokes, I do like Jewish jokes, okay? Jokes, racial humor. And a side effect, like a positive side effect, like the recent, like new wave anti-Semitism is spread like a cancer in society, is there's more like funny memes showing up on Instagram and YouTube. But what it is like, it's TikTok my face where they have like the Fiddler on the Roof music, and it's like a dog with a kippa on and things like this. It's like there's a lot of, it's like the internet has got funny recently, and it's more, it's like I enjoy me some good racial jokes. Okay, so it's like it's a pity that it had to take that for people to dare to make jokes. So this is it. But whatever. Here's the point. Yeah. So I don't care. I'm not a scared coward. If I think Jew jokes are fun, I'm gonna keep doing them. I don't care. Understand? Oh Mike, what? Understand? You got funny heads and love money. It's like it's never gets old. So he said, I'm not gonna stop thinking it's funny. Okay. So anyway, so it was a point. So it's like, oh Mike, what? Okay. It's like, yeah. So okay, knock, who's there? It's a Jew, okay. What's that? It's a Jew, okay. What do you want? I'm looking for money or something. It is. I can smell pennies on the other side of the door or something. It is. Okay. I can see. It's like if you live in a, I don't know, like a multi-story apartment complex, you got like a Jewish neighbor, understand? Don't be surprised he shows up in the middle of the night with like a mad look in his eyes and like a knock on the door. And he's like, who's there? And he'd be like, it's me. Oh, it's the Jew. It's Moshe. Jewer or something like this, okay. So what's the matter? Is I can smell money, okay, through the door. Did you ever hear of this saying sharing is caring or something like this? I understand? It's like you got money laying around, loose coins. I can smell you have at least one penny, like in the couch cushion or something like this. Let me in. It's like it's like a crackhead. It's like I keep himself. It's like he gets get up. It's like this happens this once a week, and you have to go okay. It's like you pay him a penny to leave you alone for a week, like protection money. And he's like he's trying like a penny through the door under the door. And he goes, okay. It's like that satisfies his urge for money for a while. And he goes home. And it's just shining the penny. Whatever he does, he keeps him occupied. And he leaves you alone for a while. And it's like most likely he's like shining the penny. He's not shining it. It's like the question is the mistress, like, why does it make him disappear for a full week every time you give him a penny through the door to the door? It's like, what does it do with money? It's like, I can imagine
He's got like his kippah. That's why they say kippahs. So they always have something like they hide money in, or shine money with, so like a menorah. They're like a piece of cloth always in hand. So like the purse. But they feel like if there's money, they can use this to get the money quickly and run off with it. Understand? Or if they find they have gold or something, it's like a chrome, understand? It's actually like reflective metal. That's expensive. So it's important. It's like they have they can shine either like a menorah with it or a candlestick or some money. Okay. He said, I just cracked the whole code. But like, what I had this little cloth there. It's from money shining on the side. It's like, that's going to be a big part of what I have it. Okay? See, if I was a rich man, if I had all the money in the world. So when I'm busy digging tunnels on you, see? Tunnel juice. There's a whole other thing, you understand? The tunnel juice too. It's like this is it's like it's juice to pop out of manholes. They believe in the tunnels, digging tunnels. It is it's like come on. It's like the juice. Like how can you be offended when you live your life? It's like if I was trying to be unintentionally like funny, it'd be like I'd be like a Jew. It's converted to Judaism. It's like one type of music, another. It's like don't, you can't be offended by people laughing at the weird stuff you do. If you're being really weird, okay. It was like it's like now there's a whole thing with like in videos and Jews pop out of mouths. And it's like, yeah, we got tunnels or something like this. It's like, what the hell? Okay, what the hell? Okay, so I guess where do the tunnels go? Okay, where do the tunnels? I thought it was the enemies of Israel, it was the tunnel people, understand? But it's like to fight the tunnels would be like all tunnels everywhere or something like this. So the way it's important. So never get in between a Jew and his money. That's another thing. Never get in between a Jew and his money. Okay? Because it's like okay? It's like never get in between a greedy Jew and a pile of money. Understand? It's not good. It's dangerous. So what more? What else? What are three things the Jews like to reform? Three things, okay? Top three reasons Jews don't want this. What is? What are the top three things? Oh, that's a hard. I can't even figure out. How do I support? So I hit this on one. Two Jews walked at the bar, understand? And then one of the Jews buys lunch for the Jew he walked in with, and goes like pays for everybody's drinks and fun in the bar. And that's the joke because everybody knows that you would never pay, like give money away for free. Understand that they never pay for anybody's lunch or something like this. It's like understand? It's just no way. So yeah, this last just a sages. Last just a sages. So anyway, support. Batman. They have bat mitzvahs too. Anyway, support. Jews, okay. Tunnel Jews. I'm gonna have to Google it. Tunnel Jews. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I didn't make it up. I searched tunnel Jews. Popping up. The Jews coming out of tunnels. Okay, it's like the Jewish thing will never stop being funny to me because it's like just like the Jew being a Jew in of itself is funny. Understand? It's just how to dress, how to talk. A lot of it is funny. Understand? Now it's like now it's like you add the Jews doing skits with like crawling out of manholes. It's like it's like you can't be offended. People laugh at this. Understand? Oh, okay. See, he goes running. He goes running. What about this? Secret synagogue tunnel. Suspicious 9,000 Jewish tunnels under New York City. I guess, like, if I had to guess where the tunnel, it would be to the basement of Fort Knox or something. That's what it's totally called. Is that most likely they've been digging tunnels from the synagogue, and like the Jews. Most likely, like we're like just face value, there has a tunnel for the synagogue. It's like the tunnel is gonna lead somewhere. Understand? Where's it gonna lead? It's like either gonna be to like the levers of power in the White House, understand, that they control the country. Like this one raises the taxes, this you pull on this one, it puts them down, understand. This understand. This is understand. It's either going to lead to like the levers of power in like the back office of the White House or something. It's the little like levers. It's like taxes up, you pull this and the taxes go up. Tariffs, pull this and raise the tariffs. You push this button, then it's like whatever the thing is. Okay. Or it will be like to the Fort Knox, or to the basement of the Fort Knox where they have like the gold bars and like the Federal Reserve, where they have like vaults with gold bars in it. That's what I figured. And then they've been working to at night sneak in there through the tunnels, and they're working to replace the gold bars with like imitation fake Jew gold. They've got a tunnel, and it'd be like the rabbi, they have like golems, they have some Gentiles that do the dirty stuff work for them. So they captured Gentiles. They used to be slaves, and I said the dirtiest work, they used the Gentiles work. And then they have, okay, so they have like the rabbis, then they go like, here's a gold bar, and another way it passes like the invitation one and keep replacing them, understand? Until like they replace all the Fort Knox gold with fake Jew gold, understand? That they had the real gold make it up. And this is like the rabbis always gonna be on it. So they're furious about being exposed because this was the like the cash cow scam. This was the best scam that the Jews came up with for a long time. And it's like they're being exposed now. So yeah. Most likely they're gonna work in Canada because it's cheaper than buying batteries for flashlights. So it's gonna have to work. We're not gonna get into nitty gritty of like how they've been doing the building. Okay. Well, most likely they've used Gentiles for the heavy lifting, like some. Okay. Okay. Now they must have been having some light to be able to dig, and like in a more or less straight line, understand? So I would guess it's like they gotta have to have had some light in the tunnels, and I would guess that it has to be like candlelight tea lights, just because it's cheaper to light a room. Like money spent to lumen ratio, it's gonna be cheaper to use like candles than flashlights, most likely, because you have to buy the flashlight to begin with. You're gonna have to buy batteries. Okay, see, and it's like so. It's like I think they already have the candles from like Gentiles coming and paying for the rabbi to light candles for. So they're gonna have candles that somebody else paid for already. So you understand. So he's like, they're gonna be able to light the candle. I will guess that they've been working with candlelight. Okay, in candlelight. Whatever is the cheapest way to light a tunnel to dig to where the money is. It's gonna be how to be doing. Now, what do we go to the tunnel? Is this a rabbit hole or something? So is that we was search more? Jeez. Digging tunnels. Now searching Jews digging tunnels. Yeah. The secret Jewish tunnels. The secret Jewish tunnels that sparked a Brooklyn riot explained. Okay. The New York Post. Okay. So this is most likely going to be like a cover up on the sand. We all know who controls the media. We all know who controls the media. Okay. There's going to be like a limited hangout. It was like they weren't uh, digging into the Fort Knox or anything. It's just like innocent Jewish boy trick. Somebody had bar mitzvah. And if things got out of hand, they started digging tunnels or something like this. It wasn't the rabbis, it was some average random Jew. Like that boy that had a bar mitzvah, they got a little bit carried away, started digging tunnels. Okay, nothing to see here, people. It's New York Times, the media is telling it to. The Jews are not guilty. Chad Lubavitch. See, they actually
could
have
come
here.
up out onto the sidewalk without having to get the key to the padlock to the cellar door.
So they actually have like it's yeah. The police were up guard at the entrance. Once word got out that the Jews have tunnels, they had to call in like the police, the Fraternal Order of Jewish Police or something. They said to come up and help to be the muscle to help protect the tunnel entrances. The officers were what? Good boy. Okay. Yeah, so it would be great if the Jews could return to the old school Judaism in all seriousness. I'm not joking. But it'd be great if they could return to old school Judaism. Here's another thing. I've helped them out, these people. So I've analyzed and decoded some of the Jewish stuff. So one of the things to do is they have a girdle. They tie like a leather rope around their arm like this. And they have like a little box with Bible verses in it in the forehead. It's like that's a reference to what they actually should be doing. They should be reading the Bible, okay, as a normal person. So they say, oh, this is how to please God, some rabbi says. Get a little box, put Bible verses, and bind it, put it here, and then put this serpentine coal up your arm, something like this. Basically, that's a reference to the true path. A Jew needs to get the word of God, read John chapter 3, for as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. So basically, you need to learn the truth of the scriptures. How do you understand things you read with your brain? The word of God is what you need to be exposed to. Specific verses about, for as Moses lifted up the serpent, was the Son of Man lifted up. So this is a serpent calling up a stick. Do you understand? So they need to it's a reference to what the reader should do to get justified right with God, to please God. Without faith, it is possible for people to please Him. For he that cometh to God must believe that He is, and is reward them to seek Him. So the Jews should not be concerned about putting little boxes with Bible verses outside their cranium, and they need to get. That's a reference. I'm a seer. I see things. We'll say to the seer, you see not, as what most people do. When I see things that I make videos talk about what I've seen. If that's Hollywood movies or analyzing religion or something like this, that's a reference to what they actually should be doing. Have the Word of God, read it, believe it, and specifically what the work of Christ Jesus, which was foreshadowed by Moses lifting up a serpent in the wilderness. So John 3. For as Moses lifted up a serpent, it was almost the Son of Man lifted up. Now most people are too retarded now. That even if I put in the effort, of these type of things and many things to say hard to be received all of here. The average Christian is so retarded now. But I guess I'm not supposed to use the word retarded or make these jokes because I'm not supposed to. Okay, we're born. I don't care, understand? As long as it's funny, I don't care, understand? It's like I don't live by these coward rules that most people live by. Which like if I click a like on like a Instagram meme, joke about Jews or black people like chicken or autism is a disease for this. Or people would say I'm a racist or anti-Jew or uh, something like this. I don't care. I don't care. If something is funny, this will to it. So I don't go, oh, it's like, if I find something funny, I have to check if the some will be offended by this joke. And if I think, oh, wow, there's gonna be this one person will be offended by this joke, they don't make it or something like this. No. So yeah. Most people live a life of quiet desperation and obvious cowardness, understanding. And that's not how I live. So I've been having a life with dangerous freedom. And I've been preferring dangerous freedom over safe, comfortable servitude and submission to the tyrannical deep state. So here's the point. I'm not going to submit to unreasonable restrictions, which means people will work to paint me as all kinds of things that I'm not. I know what I am, and I'm not gonna give in to this. I know a lot of people like, if you use the N word, it means you're racist. No, it doesn't. I used the N word before. I think that Jew jokes are funny, racial humor. If I was black, I would be using my blackness to crack jokes, just like I do with the autism. I have autism, I crack jokes, I think it's funny. Like autism is a disease, it's an evil disease I got infected with. Yes, it is. So anyways, the point. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna make jokes if I think it's funny. I'm gonna laugh at jokes if they're funny. And I'm not gonna go to, oh, you're not allowed to joke about autism or skin color or racism. No, I don't care. I don't care. So the issue is racism is not funny, okay? Fake racism can be funny. Now, when I refer to autism as a disease, and I'm talking about my autism personally, I look at it like a disease in some ways. Well, there is some truth to that. It's something that makes it harder to be at ease typically. It's like a lot of people with autism report that the autism makes it hard for them to relax and reduce stress. So it's something that puts you at dis-ease, the opposite of ease. Disembowel, disengage, this, okay? So if you add ease and then you stop in that way because you came down with autism, you will put it, you see? So just like linguistically, I can only referring it to like being accurate to refer to it as a disease in my case. Because if it's something that's been making it hard, will make it hard to relax. It's been giving you stress and more anxiety. Yeah, it's something that's been making it hard to be at ease. And that is a common point of autism. Now, as I said before, I blame the Swedish government for autism. They're responsible for it. I don't give a shit if you're that offense. I gotta keep speaking the truth. And the truth is powerful. So if you want to make a change, you want to change the world for the better, use the truth, not lies. Speaking of Jews, no, there's not a person I've been talking about as much as Richard Gage. Architect, my love of truth. I don't share his seeming optimism, okay, of
It's like, yeah, how to expose 9/11 is get the government, demand the government to give us an investigation. I don't share his feigned or genuine optimistic outlook. Where it's like, it's the same as the fake TIA counterintelligence agents go, yeah, let's have a march from Washington and be like, stop targeting us, government. Okay, let's see, that's the solution. Like teaming up and a march from Washington with flags going, stop gang stalkers and stuff like this. And it'd be mostly counterintelligence agents talk about direct energy weapons and VTK and all that machines and this. So it's good to work to expose and create public awareness to 9/11 inside job and government lying to you and be complicit in the cover up. If you do. No, I don't believe, I'm not naive enough to believe there's a guy, if we can get the government to give us an investigation, they will get exposed. Because the same deep state that controlled the government when 9/11 happened, control the government now, including Trump. Okay? Trump is a deep state puppet. This type of dangerous truth that they don't want the masses to learn. Trump is a deep state puppet. They said, oh, yeah, it's not my fault that you fell for a con game and I didn't. Then it hurts your ego that I speak the truth about it. They say, you got conned and Mike was out here, he remained unconned by Trump the whole time and other things. And it's out here like, yeah, a lot of people were conned by Trump, he's a puppet. Okay. I had to give it even more Richard. More Richard was a heretic. Armenian, salvific lost person. He started out supporting Trump. And then eventually goes like, I'm done supporting Trump and I'm done voting, as a matter of fact. We said, okay, better late than never. Understand? And some of the things that he said on this talk, like, had been caught on YouTube. I've also been inquiring, well, like somebody knows what happened more recently, because he disappeared. Stop uploading to YouTube. Well, I think he might have gone underground. This end stream, I'm gonna plug in my phone, charge up a little bit, get some things done. I might go live again later. I've been marathon streaming today. Still don't break my fast. Drink a coffee, take a supplement.